Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. This is a Tell the Truth Wednesday. I'm your host, Mike Barrett, in hot Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm so tired of it being over 100 degrees. Hopefully it ends in the next week or so. Joined as I always am by my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair, Jennifer Fullaw-Doring in Hayden, Idaho. Jen, how are you doing today?
Fabulous.
Fabulous. It is a fabulous Tell the Truth Wednesday. So what we're going to do is Jen did some Gentel on her philosophy show yesterday, and we're going to cover that. We're going to go back over that, see if we get anything new, go through a little bit of crosstalk, and then we're just going to get to your questions. I'd like to remind everybody out there that the best way to get your question answered is to include your real name and the name of the person or pet you are asking about. Usually it's people or pet. Occasionally it's guardian angels and extraterrestrial entities, but not very often. So that's the way to do it. And Jen, I think we just got to wait a little bit till with the new system, Restream, I'm sorry, the software we use that has changed their interface. So it used to be that I could set this stream up and everybody would get a notification 10, 15 minutes before. Now we kind of have to wait for everybody to come into the live stream. I think over on the Rumble side, we're getting up over around 700, and we're short here. So why don't we just chit chat about how was your Labor Day weekend? What'd you do? Let's just chat about a few things before we get to the news.
Oh, just this and that, no real big plans. I hung out with Katie on Labor Day. We went shopping and did lunch and found a whole bunch of sales, found they pulled out, I guess at Kohl's, they pulled out the coats from last year, but it's the same London Fog coats, all right? We got them for they were 50% off, and then we got another 50% off. So I got a $180 coat for $30. I was so happy. That's kind of stuff makes us happy. We had a wonderful day. My daughter.
Yeah, it was good. I watched a lot of college football. The NFL season finally starts tomorrow. By the way, there's a new show tomorrow I'll be doing with Brian Engelman from the Agree to Disagree show with Blake Wally. It's me and Brian. We're going to be doing the Strictly Football show tomorrow afternoon, I think at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern, I believe is the time, but I will be posting it in the Telegram room and other stuff like that. We're just going to talk about football. We're going to pick games. I don't know how we're going to track how we do with picking games, but we're just going to do that for, 30 minutes, an hour or so. Come on over if you like football, and we'll talk about football. We'll talk about power rankings and all that stuff. Jen, somebody already asked a question. My sister Jen and I are taking a sister trip to Boston next week. Will our trip go? No bad things happening. Go well. No bad things happen. I guess I accidentally clicked on it, so it is well answered.
Jen. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be good.
Have a good time. Go Texans. Well, you got what I wanted. You got the quarterback that I wanted. You got CJ Stroud, the guy the Seahawks should have signed.
It's going to be fun, Lori. It's going to be fun.
So, all right. Okay. Jen, you had a philosophy show yesterday, which I still haven't put on mikebarrett.blogspot.com, but that's coming. I'll get to it today. And why don't you go back over your Gentel from yesterday and see if we have any updates on any of it now, while I do a few other things in the background.
Okay. Can't tell you what I just found out, but it's not definite yet. So we're going to go to the Gentel. Okay. Can't say it.
Come on.
No, I cannot.
Come on. Jen.
Anyway. Brick wall. You're not getting through. I'm a mom. I don't fall for it. All right. So interdimensional meditation. This was yesterday for September 3rd, 2024. 6th level of heaven, Michael and Gabriel. Gabriel spoke. RV news. Transactions are happening. Money is in place. Groups should have good news by the end of the day yesterday. Didn't get any confirmation on that. We're looking at today. We're still waiting on news, okay? But it's tentative. Then I got that all will be quiet for a day or two. So don't panic during that time. And best case scenario is notifications, or since like this part of it, we don't really know exactly when they're going to send out notifications. But what we're looking for is the completion of the 4A, or to get that to a place where we've got enough hands in the treasury to do the work for 4B, because that's a big undertaking. And so best case scenario, notifications or completion of 4A mid to late week. Tier 4B can begin mid to late week. We don't know when they're going to say, okay, send out the notifications, everybody's in place and we're ready. And at the time, Gabriel kept saying something that sounded like cross something transactions. Look for news on cross something transactions.
Platform.
Okay. And everything that's mentioned in the Gentel is going to be some kind of clue, some kind of confirmation, some kind of it's significant in some way when it has to do with the political or the financial that we all keep track of, because he knows who I'm speaking to. In other news, now this is cool. Okay. I appreciate of that guide with the really quick Gentel confirms there. They have started moving important people via train. Now, I don't know if they is bad guys or good guys, okay? We will see train derailments or incidents. Go to Philosophy on Telegram. I'm not saying this is a good thing, okay? Not in any way. I'm not trying to, like there was a train incident yesterday. Right after that, and people died. Who died? We don't know. I haven't looked into it deeply enough. Maybe some of you guys know, and you can put it in chat. How is this related? How is this related to what we are keeping track of? All right. Then I also heard Prime Minister and nothing else. Prime Minister. Yesterday we had a lot of Prime Minister activity of people either stepping down or deciding to step down or doing things to join BRICS all over the place. So Gentel confirmations came in on those yesterday. The next bullet point I heard was appointments. Now, don't get too excited. That did come right after Prime Minister. Okay. You can appoint somebody into a position. You can appoint somebody to do something. But what I heard is appointments and nothing else. Then, interestingly enough, I saw Marjorie Taylor Greene in a Congress-like setting, and I believe it was in the chamber. But the scene could be created to tell me something. And it was Matt Gaetz yesterday. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, it was Matt Gaetz. Yeah, I knew that. I knew when you were talking about him. I knew who you were talking about. Matt. I kept yelling Matt Gaetz at my TV. Anyway, yeah. But
I know. I do that. And I don't think it's dementia. I've always done that. Just all of a sudden it's gone, the name. So I saw them fighting. Especially her. He's on her side. They are like seriously fighting something. And so I don't know if we're going to hear about that, what we're going to see, but keep an eye on Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz and see if they've got anything. Then I heard lightning strikes. And then somebody in our circles on social media put out these pictures of lightning strikes, which was weird. But I don't see how that relates to anything that we're talking about. So keep an eye out for lightning strikes. I don't know if it's some kind of clue. I mean, at this point in time, I've seen the angels kind of do that. If there's things that we can't really say out loud, it might sabotage something or it might get me in trouble. But lightning strikes, I'm thinking it's probably the weather. And so we should probably take the weather seriously if that's in the forecast. Then the last thing I heard was pressure around the world to lift restrictions. We're going to see these things coming. Behind the scenes, there is a lot happening. So there's no reason at all to think, well, nothing's happening. This isn't real. It's all real. It's all happening. We're just waiting for them to get to the spot where they say, all right, we can handle this now. Send out the notifications. That's it.
Okay, interesting. I think the transactions thing is cross-platform transactions, which is like from stock market to bond market or something like that. I think that's probably the word that's missing in there, because that is something that takes place during the deployment of funds for something like the RV. So I suspect that's what that means.
Well, that's what we were talking about. It was in the RV news, so it's related to the RV, yes.
Right.
But he said it several times in the meditation, and we were talking about something else. So it's something that he wanted me to get out there, but I wasn't hearing how that's related or what that's about.
Well, it may be, it's something to watch. It sounds like it's something to watch. Okay, so groups should have good news by the end of the day. You said that was delayed to today, we think, from yesterday. Is that did I hear you correctly on that?
That's what I'm thinking, because we don't know if the groups.
Right.
It said that groups should have good news by the end of the day. So if they received good news, we'd have to, I don't know if we're privy to that.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
By the end of the day is what he said.
Right. Prime Minister is interesting, because in France, the far left, which helped Macron stay in power, is now moving to impeach him. And they're talking about, because he hasn't appointed the person they want for prime minister, the communists. So it could, and there's rumors that Marine Le Pen might even have enough votes to get elected prime minister in France. So do you think it's France that we're talking about? There's some other prime minister thing going on in Indonesia, but my gut was that it might have to do with France.
It's not France.
It's not France.
It's something related to what we're all talking about that's significant.
Well, maybe the
prime minister.
Maybe the prime minister of Iraq. Maybe it's what's his name, Alawi or whatever, the prime minister of Iraq. It's possible.
Well, it felt like kind of hush hush, because that's all I got.
Okay, and then appointments came after that. Does that mean? Do you think that means appointments, our appointments, or does it mean people being appointed to positions in government or banking or something like that?
I don't know if I want to answer that.
Well, you have to, though.
I think it has to do with our appointments.
Yeah. So does that mean that the prime minister thing, when that happens, and the next thing
that means keep your eyes open, because there's something significant happening with the prime minister as it relates to what we're all talking about. Okay.
And it could also be Keir Starmer, the prime minister of England, of Britain, who is under intense scrutiny and pressure right now, because there's riots going on in this country and he's not doing anything about it.
The in the news section is really the reason I do that is to see if there's anything else outside of the RV that we could be looking at that would give us an idea of movement forward. Also, when we have these bullet points or anything in the future that we get the Gentel confirms on, sometimes when we can't get Gentel confirms on the RV section, that helps us, gives us hope that the RV section is probably correct. So that's the aim there. And sometimes I just don't know how that's going to go. I used to do in the news this week, but then a lot of times that section would show up 2-3 weeks later.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's just going to be in the news. Yeah, in the news with no time frame attached.
So I take my control off of it. Like, okay, tell me what's happening this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There are a little over 1,000 people on the stream right now. Thank you for being here. We do appreciate each and every one of you. That will conclude the Gentel segment. Not chat. Captions. That will conclude the Gentel segment for today. Thank you for being here. Also, please, I would say that I'm going to delete these shows off YouTube, but I'm really daring daring the gods now. I'm saying, you know what? I'm not going to delete this stuff off of YouTube anymore. But what I will do and what I am doing is I am cataloging everything at mikebera.blogspot.com. So any shows, I got to get Jen's show over there. I also got to get Jen's show mounted onto the Real News Live with Mike and Jen Rumble channel. Anytime we do a live stream, anytime we do a show, no matter where it is, you can always find the information on mikebera.blogspot.com. You can also see my lectures on Aliens and JFK, the New Living Expo, interviews with people like in the UFO community like Marina Sarin. Promos for the Alien event, October 17th through 20th at the Alexis Park Resort, just off the strip here in Las Vegas. I will be speaking there. Richard Doty is going to be there. That's going to be one of the most interesting things. I'd love to get Marina out for that, but I need an RV for that to happen. Anyway, it's also a Biomed Expo, and they have one of these working electronic frequency med beds they're going to have there. There are a lot of people, it's not the med bed that we've been talking about, but it apparently makes a lot of people feel really good. So I can't wait to try that out. That's October 17th through the 20th at the Alexis Park Resort here in Las Vegas. Please show up for that. You can pick up your tickets. Go to mikebera.blogspot.com, click on the button, and you can get 2-for-1 tickets to that particular event. Also, please do not forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at the CBDgurus.com, where you can pick up all kinds of wonderful CBD products for your health. When you get to the website, slide over to the wholesale tab, slide down to the Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN, no uppercase, no S on the end, just ALIEN. Hit enter and pick up this week's specials. And along with that, you can use other codes to get a 5% discount even on the wholesale price. Every order under a certain amount, you'll get 25 million Bolivar, 50 million Bolivar for an order over 100. Any order under over 175, you'll get 70 million Bolivar. It's a good deal for Matt and Lucas. You can pick up all kinds of cool stuff. They got the mushroom coffee, the miracle gold, all the popular stuff in there. The Delta 8 gummies, the sleep gummies, I think, are in here. The immunity capsules, the Make America Great Again ladies pajama bottom, pet treats, seltzer water, all kinds of cool stuff. The CBD Gurus, the CBDgurus.com. They are absolutely wonderful guys. Also, please, our other sponsors that we really love, MikeBeraPets.com. Where are they? MikeBeraPets.com, where you can pick up all kinds of cool mushroom supplements for your dogs, your cats, your horsies, and actually yourself. These are mushroom-based supplements. They are really, really healthy for you. I had dinner with Dale and Diana Musgrave from MikeBeraPets.com. Dave and I had ribs on Friday. It was absolutely spectacular down there at the Ellis Island Casino. You click on the Shop Now button, and you can see all the cool products they have. I've got Barkley on the Mush Puppies and the Mojos. There's the super sauce for the dogs and the cats. He's doing great. Mush Ponies for the horses. And then for the humans, we have the Enforce Clarity, the Enforce Plus, the Enforce Coriolis Versicolor, and the Enforce Restore for your organs or your thought processes. Jen, Enforce Clarity might help you remember those names like Matt Gates. And then there's the immunity system boosters. These are all compatible with and help boost even more the CBD Guru stuff. So it's really cool stuff. They got chocolates, they got coffee, they got starter packs, the MikeBeraPets.com. And if you want to ask a question about a pet's illness or injury, Diana is a certified pet nutritionist. Just hit her up at MikeBeraPets@gmail.com. Also, don't forget to pick up your Ledger Nano S Plus hardware wallet for your crypto. I just bought some more XRP the other day. I got it all in my Ledger Nano S Plus hardware wallet where nobody can get to it. And if you pick up one of these wallets, guess what? You get $10 in free Bitcoin. I get $10 in free Bitcoin. I just got my first $10 in free Bitcoin. And also, please, if you're going to buy gold or silver, go to milesfranklin.com. They have the best deals, the best shipping, the best service, run by Andy Scheckman, our wonderful friend over there at Miles Franklin. He's not going to be joining us for Whiskey and Wisdom tonight, but there are all kinds of cool products that you can pick up at milesfranklin.com. My only request is that you let them know you heard about their store and their company from Mike Bera. And maybe someday Andy will give me a little check. All right, Jen, why don't you tell us what is going on over at jenniferfalah.com today?
Well, if you'd like a reading with me, or if you would like to get a healing with me, or if you would like a reading with Susan Gretz, or get a healing cleansing from Marcy Howe, you can go to jenniferfallah.com. Right now, the special is the Psychic Development and Interdimensional Meditation classes. Learn to do what I do. It's a projection of consciousness. We take you all the way from identifying your gifts and expanding on your intuitive abilities, all the way up to interdimensional travel and conscious creation. Conscious creation really is, if you sign up for private sessions with me, there's a lot more that I teach and exercises that I give, but that's about half price right now. That sale will be ending probably Thursday, probably tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. So if you want to get them,
I have a friend who's trying to develop her psychic powers. I tried to talk her into it, and she just kind of blew me off. She's like, "Well, in the future, but thanks." I'm like, "You got to go listen to Jen's classes and do some lessons with her."
Well, if somebody says that it probably doesn't click with her.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe somebody else is teaching well, or she's probably just not time yet. She doesn't have the time to focus on that. Everybody comes to it when they're ready to do it. So these are 9 video classes that you will own. They will be sent to you via WeTransfer in your email. You can download them to your computer. They will go to your download file. So if it happens really fast and people are like, where are they? They're in the download file. Then you can move them around from there. But if you'd like to get it for half off, you can start with them and go at your own pace, and they're half price right now.
All right, good deal. Anything else you want to talk about over there, Marcy? How I know Dave got Marcy to do a cleansing on our house. So
good,
because he had aliens, coming at him. So and Susan Gretz. So
he had what?
He thinks he had aliens attacking him. I think personally he had Sebastian or Barkley clawing him up a little bit, but he thought aliens.
Scratches?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you need to get Marcy on that.
Marcy got on it.
All right, good. Yeah, she's very good. Marcy Howe will cleanse your house, cleanse your person, cleanse your business. And we really don't talk about maybe your workspace. You can have that done as well. If there's a lot of negativity and any space that you're going to walk into that you give us a picture of, I do it as well. I'm just really busy, and sometimes that's kind of critical, and people need it done quicker. And so Marcy just is focusing on that right now. And so she can get to you faster than I can. I work, so most of the time she'll ask me, what do you think? What do you see? We work together on that, but she does the cleansings. Susan, what can I say about Susan Gretz? She's just as amazing with so many things. She's the only one I go to for readings. So she does many things I don't do, kinds of readings like card readings and things like that. So many things, and she's amazing. If you want to talk to a loved one passed away, you can book a reading with her there. Email her after purchase. Email Marcy after purchase. We all communicate via email because we'll need more information and to get you scheduled.
Okay. And that is what is happening over at jenniferfallah.com. But I also wanted to mention, I don't know if I mentioned this on the show, passing of Dr. Bob Wood, one of the greats in the UFO investigation community this past weekend. Dr. Bob was 93 years old. He was the guy who he was tasked with Douglas Aerospace Corporation to go investigate UFOs and find out if they were real. In the 1960s, he was given a budget of $2 million. That's like $60 million today. He hired Stanton Friedman, the most famous ufologist, UFO investigator. Dr. Bob I like to consider him a friend. I was friends with his stepdaughter, Susan Galliano. And Dr. Bob will be having a public memorial service on September the 25th. I think it's Costa Mesa Methodist Church, but I'll have to check that. But I'll let you guys know the details if anybody's in Southern California and wants to go. Dr. Bob was one of the best and a brilliant guy with analyzing documents. There's all these old UFO documents, and he was able
that guy's seen some stuff. I mean, I just got a flash of something there. That guy has seen some things.
Yeah.
and I don't know what I hadn't followed him, but prayers for his family, for his passing. That's a good run.
93, married a couple times, and just the thing is, Jen, I want to do a Kennedy documentary, and he's already done this, and his son Ryan Wood also does a great job with document analysis, but the weight, the gravitas of his testimony that you could put on screen for like the Kennedy documentary would have been phenomenal. And I knew at that age there's a chance he won't make it long enough for me to get the money to go do the documentary, but he's definitely someone who I've always trusted and relied on. If he told me a document's authentic, I know it's authentic because he knew everything about that. And he had a doctorate in physics and engineering, and he was just a brilliant man, and will be sorely missed in the UFO community. So
Chris Iverson just said he interviewed him once. That is an interesting tidbit, Chris. Why would you interview him?
Oh, really? Chris interviewed him once. Yeah, well, we had him on Uncovering Aliens in 2013. I'd met him before, but
I want to hear about that.
And he so there's a great interview with him in the Sedona episode of Uncovering Aliens with me and him. And of course I spoke at MUFON Orange County on many occasions, 3, 4, 5 occasions, and Dr. Bob was kind of the sponsor of that. He ran that group, and that's the best mutual UFO network organization in the country. How do I rate Clifford Stone? Clifford was a wonderful, wonderful man. And you see all these old school guys from the UFO community, nobody today knows anything about them. All they got is, strip club bouncer Lou Elizondo. They don't realize how brilliant these other guys were. Robert O'Dean and Dr. Bob Wood and Clifford Stone. I think Clifford's absolutely telling the truth. Clifford was on crash retrieval teams in the military and saw 8 dead alien bodies and crashes of flying saucers and things like that. So he was a wonderful guy. I interviewed him once for a TV show in Roswell. Went to Roswell and interviewed Clifford Stone. We spent hours and hours together. Wonderful guy. And I met him a few other times. Dave Barrett says he thinks it's cross-party transactions, not cross-platform transactions. Does that fit? Cross-party transactions.
Yeah.
That's it? Okay, Dave, you were right. Cross-party. So now we have to figure out what cross-party transactions means. So, Chris, you interviewed him from your Open Minds. You did. So did you know the Open Minds people? What's his name? Yeah, see, I'm doing it now. Maureen Ellsbury and that whole crowd. Did you know those folks? Really? I didn't know you knew those folks.
Chris Iverson is an interesting individual.
He is. All right, guys. We're going to go to questions. And again, we're going to start over on the Rumble side of the house, because on Rumble, you can follow us over there at Real News Live with Mike and Jen. That's the channel. If you followed us before, it was an account, not a channel. I don't want to explain to you what the difference is. The channel is better. It's better for us. It's better for you. And you can, who's the other guy? Armando? Who's I'm trying to think of the other names. And
maybe you should take some of that mushroom stuff to help with your memory.
I think I should, because I am 54 and stuff. So yeah, interesting, huh? So you know that crowd, huh?
Gonna get hit by lightning.
Anyway, so the questions for Jen need to include a real name, the person or pet you might be asking about. And one of the things that you get an advantage of is if you do subscribe to us over there, it's a $5 a month support thing, and you get your questions answered first. So let's slide over to Rumble first, and I will pop out the chat.
Well, I wanted to ask you something. What do you think about this U.S. seizes Maduro's plane? Did you talk about that on any of your shows?
I did not talk about it on the news show yesterday. It's a rumor. I'm not aware that it's confirmed yet.
Okay.
And I don't know that he was in the plane. As far as I know, they just seized his property, seized his plane, because he illegally seized, there's a lot of things going on in Brazil and Venezuela right now with X and issues like that. So I think there's some measure of maybe.
Yeah, but to go in to seize the leader's plane. Another country to come in. I mean, if that really, we should find out if that really happened, because that's kind of major.
Yeah, well, I will go look.
That is interesting.
And the question is,
would they have the right to do that?
Would it be the good guys or the bad guys doing that is the question. And also keep in mind, Jen, that Trump did sign an executive order to the effect that the United States has the right to seize the property, foreign or domestic, of people involved with child trafficking. Trump signed that executive order. It has not been rescinded, and it may fall under that. You just never know. You never know. Okay, window. All right. We're going to share. So, that could be it. All right, let's go to the questions over on the Rumble side of the house. Thank you. Oh, the Super Dave Pork Chop, aka Pork Chop, gave us $100 Rumble rant. Dave, thank you again, man. You rock and roll. You get a front row seat at the big party when this is all over. All right, we're going to start with Cowgirl for you too. Cowgirl, really. Hi, Mike and Jen. Is there any truth to the Saint Germain Trust money being missing? Now, the Saint Germain Trust is one of the oldest trusts involved in this RV process. No truth to that. All right, Farmer 10968 is now a monthly supporter. Little Red Castle, $5 a month supporter. Thank you, Farmer 10.
Thank you.
10968. Lisa just gave us a $5 Rumble rant. Hi, Lisa here. I have to put my house up for sale next week due to extreme financial stress. Will it sell fast, and will I be able to move to Illinois soon? So,
what's the name on that again?
Lisa.
It's not a fast sale. It's going to take at least another month. You're not going to have to depend on that. Just keep doing what you're doing, but you're not going to have to depend on that. I don't think it's a fast sale.
Okay. Where are we? Let's go back to that. Gary, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, good morning. Question for Jen. My daughter's husband, Jerry, is having triple bypass this coming Friday. Will he be okay? My wife, Ginger, is here to help us. Is there to help is the granddaughter. Okay, when will the granddaughter return home? Let's just smoke. How's Jerry going to do in his triple bypass?
Who's having the triple bypass? Is it Jerry?
Gary wants to know about his daughter's husband, Jerry, having a triple bypass.
I see him in recovery. I see that somebody's talking about what was a little tricky, but we got it. And he just needs to sleep it off and rest. Next day, drinking fluid. Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. Good. That is good stuff. We want that to be okay. All right. Lisa, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, hi, y'all. Jen, do you see me, another Lisa, different Lisa, moving into the blue A-frame house with all the windows? Thank you.
It's not that one. That one's got problems. So I don't know if you pass on that and go with your second option, but we got something going on in the walls. I don't know if it's an infestation or if it's like rot or something. There's something foundation. We got problems. That one has problems.
Okay, Deb Mayer, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, would like to know if you see her buying a cottage on the water.
Deb
Mayer, Mayer.
By the water.
Okay.
Walking distance. So if it's not the one on the shore, it's like behind it or just down the street. So you just walk right down there. Yeah.
Okay. Cool Raul, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber says, hello, Mike and Jennifer. This is Raul with a question. Now that I've been seeing Marcia, Amika is now trying to step into the picture. What do you think I should do? This sounds like a little bit of a love triangle thing that his old girlfriend is getting jealous, or is Amika, AMAKA, Marcia. What do you think I should do? Well, Raul, I ain't
making what you got.
Stick with what you got.
There's something real there. There isn't anything really real anymore with Amika. She's jealous and playing around.
Tune in tonight for Whiskey and Wisdom, Cool Raul, and ask me that same question, and I'll give you my answer. Lori Yoder, $25 Rumble Rant. Thank you, Lori, so much. Gets another question. Lori says, I had asked previously about my daughter Grace getting a job in Chicago. There's only one place left she interviewed with. Is that the job she gets, or is Chicago not where she ends up? So this is Grace. Lori is asking about Grace, her daughter, getting a job in Chicago.
I do think she does apply to more places. It's one of 3. So I think she applies to a couple more places. Have her look again.
Okay.
I do think she gets a job by the end of the month.
Good. Cool. Good. Janice, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber says, my son was killed 3 years ago in a motorcycle accident. God, sorry. His name is Jeff. So Janice's son, Jeff. We were very close. I know he's in heaven, but is he doing okay? I miss him terribly. He was 38.
I'm doing okay, Mom. I miss you every day, and I come to see you at night.
There you go, Mom. K-Turtle 8, Carissa, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. My friend Ashley has a daughter named Brookie who has severe allergies. Ashley is wondering which doctor she would be the happiest with. Okay, best doctor for Brookie. Dr. J.P. Wilson or Dr. Trisha Paulson? Which one of them is going to do it better? Trisha. All right, go to Trisha. Diana, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber says, I was out of town this past weekend and my pet sitter who rents my basement informed me that my older beagle Coco was crying and hiding. I think she's possibly gone blind, or is there something else going on? Coco the beagle. What's going on with Coco? Crying and hiding.
We're getting some pains mid to back end, up around the top spinal area. Like sharp pains all of a sudden. So I think she feels like she's being attacked, but because she's having pain. So have that area checked.
Okay. Jen, this is Mary. And will my brother Scott find an apartment by the end of the month? He's being evicted by the owner so he can renovate. Will Scott find an apartment?
Who's the first person asking?
Mary.
As brother Scott?
And Scott is her brother. Will he be evicted by the end of the month?
Yes, but he makes arrangements. He has to wait a little bit to get into another place. There's a delay there, but he makes arrangements. It feels like with a friend or somebody to just for like a week or two.
Our third Lisa so far, Little Red Castle, Lisa's World. Hi, Mike and Jen. Can you see if my cat Fudge is in pain, please? He's spitting at my other cat, Leo, a lot over the last couple days. Is Fudge struggling? Kitty cat Fudge.
Trying to look in there. Hang on. Achy joints, especially on the back, hips. There's something intestinal going on. There's a lot of acids coming up into the mouth. Parasites.
No, parasites. Well, that can be fixed. At least
It's
that.
either parasitic or bacterial.
Yeah.
Let's have him checked out. He needs to go in. He needs to get on.
Mama Lisa is now a monthly supporter. Thank you, Little Red Castle. Yay. Thank you, Carissa Thompson. Little Red Castle. Hey, Mike and Jen, do you see 4B notifications going out during the day or overnight? I'm curious. This will be a morning surprise one day randomly during. That's an interesting question. Jen, do you think they're going to do the notifications at night while we're all asleep and we wake up to it? Or is it just going to happen when it happens randomly? Not randomly, but
4 a.m. And what's time zone?
Ooh.
Pacific Standard Time.
Remember when all those papers were signed last week at 4 a.m.?
We're looking if that or the 4 a.m. wasn't about the papers. We're always looking for the appointments, right? We're looking for the notifications, not the appointments. Right. So early morning. I think it's Pacific time because it's me here. So you're going to want to go off my time. You wake up to it.
4 a.m. Pacific time. You wake up to it. Pam Doty, D-O-T-Y, $20 Rumble rant. Thank you, Pam. We appreciate that. My name is Pam Doty. 5 years ago, I got a vision from God, a banner that said change, and under it was September 5th. Is that September 5th this year? And can you tell me anything about it?
Did you see that in a dream? Because that's pretty cool. That's hard to do in a dream.
Yeah.
If it was a meditation and you just saw it in your mind, and that was 4 years ago, it was probably something from that time period back then.
Okay. I think this is Kay Hagel, Little Red Castle. I think it's Karen Hagel, but I'm not positive. Hi, Jen. Someone stole $2,500 from my 94-year-old mom. What a prick. Can you see who did it? Has to be family. No one else is there that long to figure out. It was buried in her freezer downstairs. Wow. Okay.
Are you sure somebody really stole that?
She didn't.
I think there's a misunderstanding here. I think it was either moved or so. I'm not getting a connection to an individual stealing that.
Okay. Interesting. Look into that. Ray asks, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Ray asks, more voices now say that Trump may need to be apprehended after sentencing in order to allow the white hat military to take control. Does this sound correct or will it be different?
What's his sentencing date?
I don't know, September 18th or something like that.
So what they're asking is, are they going to take him into custody?
Yeah, or is he going to try to run or something? He has to be apprehended.
I don't think they take him into custody. I don't think they'd ever let that happen.
They better not, because then it'll be war, civil war in the streets. Pay the Joe, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, hey, Mike and Jen, it's Joe. Jen, could you tell me if I will buy the house that I've been watching in Maui? Will Joe buy the house?
Getting a no on that one, but I do see you over there in a tropical setting, so I do think that you do something over there.
Jen, this is Mike. Will I buy a unit in the building I've been looking at?
Yes.
Ooh, cool. Strip view. All right. Nadine Korn, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Jen, could you take a look and see what's going on with my left rib? It hurts quite a bit, but really bad if I sneeze or cough. I know, don't sneeze or cough. Well, okay. So Nadine Korn's having a lot of trouble with her left ribs. Rib or ribs.
If you're having any other symptoms with that, of course, always get checked out with the doctor. You know, it's to rule out anything like cardiac. Looks like you sprained a muscle.
Brenda, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, "Hi, Mike and Jen. My mom and dad are in heaven. I had a dream that they were at a party playing cards with all of their friends. My mom saw me and she quickly got up and came over and walked me out. Why did mom walk me out?" Interesting question.
I've had that happen to me, and I've heard so many stories of that. That is interesting. In the beginning, when my husband passed away, I had all these dreams. I was actually, and I didn't know that what I was doing, but I was looking for him in all these different dimensions. And he would come and find me and lead me down some hallway, and then I couldn't follow him any further, but then I'd wake up. So what happened is that was a visitation. You went to them and saw them, and she saw you there, and she greeted you and stuff, but said, basically, okay, you're not supposed to be here. You have the ability to project your consciousness. That's what that was.
One time I did a reading with another psychic before I knew you, so I wasn't cheating on you. And she said, asked my dad if he was golfing up there in heaven because he used to love to golf. And he said, yeah, but it's really boring because every shot's great. So he didn't play that much golf up there. He won too often, I think was what he was saying. Anyway, R.M. McBride, boy, I wish you would give us your real first name, R.M. McBride. Let me see if I see you any further down. Okay, but we're going to try this anyway. We're trying to connect to Teddy the cat. Teddy the kitty cat, Teddy. He was thrown out by a previous owner and adopted me in December. It was great for 5 months, but then he became aggressive with another cat and with me. He has no medical issues. Is he still happy? And
He's got something cognitive going on. You need to take him in.
Take him in. Okay. Come in. David Murtos. David, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Hi, Jen. I joined a loan generation company. Will they be able to deliver what they promise? Will I get the listings from this company? Sorry, it was Robin McBride.
Lead generation?
Loan generation company, I believe. It says lean, but I think he means loan.
Leads.
Leads? Oh, leads. Okay.
All right, what's the name?
David.
Will it help? Somewhat. Helps a little.
Marcia, everybody, there should be a center within 50 miles of everybody. Andy here, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. My dad and I want to go on a trip the first weekend of October. Will I be financially able to make it with him? I'm struggling a bit, but getting by.
Dad postpones.
Beth, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, would like to know if her daughter Emily will be reuniting with her former boyfriend Ryan.
What's the mom's name?
Beth,
Emily,
Ryan.
Feels like a back and forth kind of thing, like yes and no, yes and no, yes and no.
Farmer 10968, who's a recent Rumble ranter and $5 a month subscriber. For Mike, can you make a show about the real history of the United States? I've learned a lot from watching your show and did the research to confirm it. I was once told I could do that, but I wouldn't live much longer if I did. So I don't know. We'll see.
Not yet.
We'll see.
That's probably after this whole thing.
Yeah, after this whole thing might be great for that. AJ Bowden, Annette, do you see the Mayo Clinic accepting Quinn's care request this week, or ever regarding her current health concerns? So she wants to know if the Mayo Clinic is going to help Quinn with her healthcare issues.
Yeah, but there's like a waiting list.
Okay. Yeah. Dave says the other day Mark Z mentioned cross-border transactions.
That's what I heard initially, but I thought maybe because I had heard that before, that's what I put.
Yeah, you put that in.
But I really was hearing the beginning and the end of what he was saying, the cross transactions. So
Frederica gave us a $5 Rumble Red. Thank you, Frederica. Do I get approved for my projects with military vets, DV survivors, special needs children, and animals. I love mini horses and cows. Mini horses are great. So Frederica just wants to know if her projects are going to get approved that she wants to do with her Zim money.
I think it might be one per person. Pick one.
Pick one. Wow.
But I think it's a yes, but one of them.
Yeah.
Or combine them into some kind of foundation or something.
Okay. Eva Michelle is now a monthly supporter, $5 a month. Thank you, Eva Michelle. Robin, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says there were lightning strikes in La Quinta yesterday. Anything relevant? Maybe it's about that email I sent you today. I don't know. La Quinta is a nice community.
La Quinta is where my dad lived. I had a reading with Susan yesterday, and she was talking to my dad. Yesterday morning, I got lightning strikes. So I don't know if that's related, Dad.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's, I don't know what the lightning strikes is about.
Yeah. My mom used to live there too. Lorraine, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, why is my kitten Cinnamon peeing on my lounge chair? Or am I peeing on my lounge? She stopped tinkling outside the box for the longest time, but here we are again. Please help. So she wants to know why Cinnamon is peeing in places she shouldn't be peeing.
It's a power struggle. I don't know if it's with another cat or if it's with you. Like, this is my lounge. Okay? This is my spot. Interestingly enough, I don't know why they would do that because cats usually don't lay where they go. But there's some kind of power struggle going on.
Don't know how to help you with that. Lucy says, hi, Jen. Awaiting the sale of my home. Do you see me being happy living down the shore south of where I am now or further north from where I currently live? Thank you for all you do. So Lucy.
South. Strong happiness. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Sarah would like to know her spirit guides' names.
I need a first and last name for that, I think.
With an H.
Tony wanted to tell me. Tony.
Joanne Patton, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, Jen, do you see me getting my annuity check in the next few days?
4 days.
Okay, good. Robin, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, I'm having some pain in my back. Can you tell me what's wrong?
Muscle spasms. Probably tension.
Okay.
And you're out of place. And that's probably causing the tension. And then you're getting the muscle spasms.
Potassium and magnesium. Kim Hepler, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, my son Corey just lost his roommate due to a motorcycle accident, so he needs to find another place to stay. Do you see him finding anything soon? And is he okay? Is he emotionally stable? It's Kim Hepler and wants to know about her son Corey.
It's not like he's okay. He'll live. He's not going to do anything, but he's not okay right now. That was a big shock. And that was the part of that shock was someone was here and now they're gone. And that's, we all learned that at one point or another. We will find a place. Probably be a week or two.
Miranda, $5 Rumble Rant, says, Miranda here. I recently connected with a man named Matt, and I haven't heard from him in a while. I was wondering if he's going to reach out, or should I just let go of this connection?
Let go.
What's that?
Let go.
Let go.
Can't count on him. I don't like him.
Okay.
Laura. Go ahead. Sorry.
Laura, Little Red Castle, $5 run subscriber, says, my daughter met a man named Warren. Is there a lasting relationship with him? Sally is her name. So Sally met Warren. Is there a potential?
I hear somebody saying Sally and Warren will be here soon.
Okay.
Like at a family thing. Like.
Melanie says, going through a divorce, previous boyfriend has stepped up to be helpful. I'm the one that got away. Is he wanting more than friendship in the future? Yes.
Previous husband?
Previous boyfriend.
Oh, he just saw a window.
Window of opportunity. All right, Chris Loeb, LOEB says, should I, Little Red Castle, $5 subscriber, should I consider returning to the interior design field?
A lot of personal fulfillment with that. I see you doing it at like freelance work, one job at a time. I don't think you have to do it.
Okay. Davida Wade over on the YouTube side. Thank you for all you do for us. I have a good job, but I'm currently bored and unchallenged. Do you see it getting better, or should I consider moving on?
You will move on, but not yet. Those are just the feelings because we've got that change coming. The desire to do something more fulfilling, more exciting, that it's a lot of people are experiencing that because we've got big change coming. So stay where you are. Yeah, just stay where you are.
Okay.
Just wait.
James Foster thinks we are awesome. Is my son Teeler doing as good as he says with counseling and sobriety? And will I get to see him by my birthday on October 2nd? Teeler. See.
He is. It's shaky. Want to encourage that as much as possible.
Jennifer Gadbob would like to know, will she be going to Tennessee by the end of the year?
I do see some kind of trip over there, but I really like, I'm in Louisiana, and then so several places. That's hard to say if it's exactly Tennessee. I do think you stop in Tennessee.
Yeah, Alejandro, Chris. And why can't I remember Alejandro's name? Why did I want to call him Armando? And Jason was the other guy that was on the Open Minds team with Maureen back in those days. Ken says, I'm going for my second knee replacement surgery tomorrow. Will things go well? Wow, I hear those are really painful, Ken. So good luck with that. Will everything go well?
Textbook. Yep. They're just going to go in and do something and get out. It's going to be painful recovery.
Yeah.
But it works. Yeah.
Jenna Robinson says, Jen, will I be able to she means quickly get the properties in my neighborhood to live in and ones to keep developers out? Quickly get. I assume she means after.
No. I think there's something already in the works for that.
Okay.
Somebody else.
Rick would like to know, will Liz F receive her Social Security she applied for, SSI? I guess that's...
Yes.
Yeah, she will. Will Starliner finally sink Boeing? Yeah, did you see that yesterday? It was beeping. It was ping, ping, pinging. Will Starliner finally sink Boeing?
What do you mean sink Boeing?
Well, basically, ruin them as a company. Not that they haven't already ruined themselves.
Boeing's on the way out.
Yeah.
It's going to be absorbed and renamed.
Ooh, that's terrible.
So 2 large manufacturers are going to combine.
Jenna, this is technical, and I want to ask you this question real quick, but it was about Starliner. Yesterday it was making this noise. It was coming through the speakers. It was a pinging sound like a sonar or a radar or something. Brooks, on the show last night on Toxically Masculine Tuesday, said, this is like a crystal inside of a laptop that is resonating at the same frequency as the audio system. Is that explanation correct for what the sound is, or is it something else?
It's something else.
Is it something to be concerned about?
No, but they tapped into something. Like, I don't know how to explain what that is.
It's not a laptop pinging. It's something else. Wow.
I don't know. Something else.
Yeah, I just want to remind you, universe, that I lost my dream job in Southern California because you gave the contract for that piece of shit to Boeing instead of Northrop Grumman. Okay, so thanks, because they can't build anything anymore at Boeing. Patriot Noya's girl Michelle says, Jen, any significant happenings on September 18th that could trigger multiple events and bring us into martial law? Wow, heavy question. I don't know.
That's awfully specific.
Yeah.
September 18th? No.
Richard Gregory says, Jen, today is the 3-year anniversary of my wife's passing. Does she still come around? I don't see any signs much anymore.
A couple times a week. Yeah. Mostly now is when someone thinks of her. Not just thinks of her, but is really like, see, when you think of someone and there's emotion involved, it's like telephone rings, okay, or an energetic call that goes out, a cord that goes out, and they respond to it. They think of you, and they can move at the speed of thought, and they're there. So that's how that works. But yeah, that's still happening.
Treebeard is here, revealing his name, Stephen S. Hi, Jen and Mike. My humanitarian project involves setting up a free informational, instructional video channel. Am I on the right path, or is there something else I should be focusing on?
I do see that coming to fruition. It's altered a little bit, and there's additional you add on to that idea. It's funded.
Yeah, that cross-party, cross-platform transactions, Jen, that could be QFS to the current system. That's what that could mean. That could mean money transferring back and forth finally between the two systems. Karen says, hi, Jen. My mom, Esther, is on a wait list for a great assisted living complex. Is this the place for her, or do I need to keep looking?
I do feel like you keep looking. I do feel like you find another place. It's a second choice. Yeah. I got to get going soon. What time is it?
1:12. We got about 3 minutes left. Yeah. Karen says, I was stung by a bumblebee. It swelled and got infected. Do I need to concern myself with future stinger reactions?
No, that's like a site reaction. Yeah, that'll probably happen, a site reaction, but you're not going to get like a serious health scare reaction. No, it's not going to. Not from a bumblebee, no.
Okay. Maria wants to know if her husband John or her husband Mark is getting a new job soon, or if he's going to retire.
Retire.
Okay, a couple of quick pet questions. Deborah Watson wants to know, is my beloved pet Oliver Burton McLovin with my dad in heaven? I'm sure Dad's taking
the pet names are awesome. There's several people around him. Yeah. Yeah. He is.
Good. Laura says her little rat terrier buddy passed away yesterday. Is he okay? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he got up. He ran home to heaven. Came back about 8 p.m. Something like that.
Well, Rick, I'm going to try to have more shows over the weekends, but I do live in Vegas and the weekends get pretty freaking busy. So Jen and I have talked about doing a Sunday night question show, but
not all the time.
She never does. So.
By the end of the week, I have answered so many questions that I'm like brain dead. And you try to catch me on the weekend, and my answer on the weekend is, I don't know.
You know,
I don't freaking know.
I could do better. I could do better. I could do more stuff. You know, I do. I do my sports stuff once in a while, and I'll probably be doing more of that as football season progresses. And I'm doing a Thursday show with Brian, but unless there's compelling news, remember when President Trump got shot, we did newscasts. We got the Toxically Masculine Tuesday team together and talked about all that stuff. So we do that. All right, guys, thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to visit the CBD Gurus. Don't forget to visit Mike Barrett Pets. Don't forget to pick up your Ledger Nano S wallet. Don't forget to go to Miles Franklin for all your gold and silver. Don't forget to go to Impact Health if you need health insurance. It is the most amazing product out there, and I'm going to be talking about more ACN stuff as family of companies. They can save you money on cell phones, gas and electric, TV, internet, all kinds of cool stuff, identity theft, home security, all kinds of cool stuff. I'll be talking about that more and more. I'll probably be doing more of those types of shows. And don't forget to go to jenniferfalah.com for all your spiritual needs. Jen, any final words before we head out of here today?
I feel like word's coming. We're going to get some word about progress, so just stay tuned. Stay tuned to the channels. Something's coming.
And there you go. Something's coming. All right, guys, we will see you soon. Hang in there. Have a great weekend. Football starts tomorrow night. That at least is going to make me happy. Bye.
Bye.